Here we go. We got 2 weeks down, just 13 weeks to go in this semester, plus finals, which we'll have to do. I guess that's 13 weeks in one day, maybe at least for this class. So this week, I promised I wasn't going to lecture a bunch, and I'm not going to. I won't go through the Chapter 4 stuff. You do have the Chapter 4 assignment. There's the Excel and the Chapter 4 quiz. And as with the other assignments, there are videos down here that should give you some assistance in completing that assignment. But what we need to do now is start. If we go to Project 1, it's time to get started on Project 1. So if you scroll down, if you're on the main content section here in your Brightspace, and you scroll down to Project 1, click on that. And first there is the instructions, right, for Project 1. So this is going to give you an overview. Please open that up, download it. I'm not going to go through and read it, but it's a relatively short, gives you about one page, less than a page, right? Okay, take a look at that, read through it, give you an idea what we're going to be doing for Project 1. Feel free to open up this spreadsheet now if you want to. We're not going to really start on that until next week, but you can certainly open it up. It's a workbook. I shouldn't call it just a spreadsheet because it's got several spreadsheets within it of the various financial statements that a business might use: an income statement, balance sheet, sources and uses, cash flow, things like that. But for this week, this is what you need to do is come up with your business idea. And the instructions for that here are really short, right? Just need to tell what type of business you're going to use for this project. Okay? And by that, it doesn't have to be specific. You don't have to tell me the name of the business or necessarily the exact thing that you're going to be doing. Okay? But it needs to be pretty close. Okay? The main instruction here is to keep it simple. Okay, keep it simple, right? Pick something. A lot of service businesses, for example, are they don't have a lot of need for capital investment. You don't have to buy a lot of equipment. You don't necessarily need to even have an office or something like that, or a garage or a shop or anything, right? Okay, so think in those terms. Try to keep it relatively simple. I think I've got, what do I got, like a snow removal business, very seasonal, right? Well, that's fine. Okay, some people combine, I know a lot of people that get into that business, like landscapers. They'll combine snow removal in the winter and then landscaping in the summer to keep themselves and oftentimes their employees busy. So and that's fine. You could do something like that. That would be simple enough that I think it would work for this. If your goal is to, someday you want to have a garage with 10 stalls, and 20 employees, whatever the case may be, that's fine and good, but start simple here. This is relatively easy to scale up. So if you went through and you just, you're going to open up a garage or open up a shop, in your garage to start with. Okay, that's fine. Or maybe you're going to rent a space that has one lift in it, and that's the way to look at it now. Then later on, if you want to scale that up, you can certainly do that. So that's all that's required for this. This one's not graded, okay, but there's a time frame on there. You'll catch some grief from me if you don't get it turned in, because I really like to review these and give you some ideas. Then, maybe things for you to think about or things that you might want to adjust. Or occasionally I say, that may not be the best plan. Some of the common ones that I get are common retail. People like to do that. Coffee shop is generally speaking one of the more common ones. I've seen a lot of coffee kiosks. They go up. I'm amazed at how busy some of them are. There's one that sits back, by our ski shop here in Havre. It's really kind of back out of the way, but oftentimes I'm going to the ski shop and I'll see 2, 3, 4, 5 vehicles pass through the little kiosk there and get their coffee fix, which is fine. So some people like to choose maybe a retail, like a shoe store or something like that. That's fine. You know, pick what you'd like. Again, service businesses are great. You know, if you want to do house cleaning, maybe daycare, things like that, because they don't require a lot of equipment. Super. That'll make the project hopefully a little bit easier. That's all I got for this week. That's I hope relatively short and sweet. Um, get those things done, your assignment quiz, and tell me what your business is, and we're ready to go then into week 4.